Good morning. It is day 143 and it's sun. The sky has cleared. Woohoo! Still cold. You can see I've still got the jacket on. Fingers are tingling just a little bit. So yesterday I woke up. It had rained throughout the night, but when I woke up it was actually stopped raining. Packed up, but it was cold, so I put my merino on for the first time in ages, since leading into Lake Tahoe is the last time I wore my merino. So I had my merino and my raincoat, 2 layers of gloves, and it was only just warm enough when I started, and didn't really warm up for ages. I think it was about 2 hours before I was starting to feel a bit warmer. Took off a layer of gloves. But throughout the day it was sort of jacket on, jacket off. The sun sort of tried to push through the clouds at one stage, so I managed to take all the jackets off. Then it started getting cooler again, and then I went up into an area of a lot of wind and heavy mist, back with the wet weathers. There's a steady stream of people all day, both directions. Played leapfrog with 3 people throughout the day. It was along a ridge and then down a hill, up a big hill, down a hill, up a big hill, so still lots of hills. I'm imagining there would have been some fantastic views if it wasn't for the mist. We went below Mount Jefferson, open area with lots of little lakes, and could just see the very base of it. So it's a shame I missed that, but that's through hiking. You take what's in front of you. And then near the end of the day, I think it was 4 o'clock, had some trail magic. It was great. So I spent a little while there and then continued on. From there it was just small ups and downs. Went past where there's a shop and a campground that's hiker friendly. Didn't really want to stop. Didn't need anything. Continued on. Started looking for a campsite and then finally found one. So it was cold during the night. Lots of condensation on my tent this morning, as I expected. But given that it's blue sky and some sun when I'm over the other side of this hill, I'll be able to dry the tent out pretty quickly. Today, once again, just another day of ups and downs, a few lakes. I don't think there's anything in particular to be searching for. Yesterday energy levels were solid throughout the day, which is good. And no niggles, legs are feeling good. All is good. Pylons are always a bit jarring after you've been in some beautiful bush, beautiful forest. Rolling hills. No wonder my fingers are tingling. I just checked the temperature. It's 5 degrees Celsius. Brr. Entering Warm Springs Indian Reservation. Thank you to the drive for letting us through. Hey, little bridge. Cool. Beautiful. All that mist coming up off the lake. Nice. Thought I recognised these bushes. Ooh, blueberries, yum. I tried that berry. That's not a blueberry. I'll have to try and find an American that knows berries. Maybe those are huckleberries. But as it didn't taste like a blueberry, I'm not having any more until I can positively identify what it is. I am enjoying these lovely tracks. This morning, less one sort of 500 metre patch. It's been beautiful dirt trails like this. Yeah, luxury. Here's a Sobo distance marker, but that means I have 600 miles to go. Woohoo! That's a nice little rock bridge. Ooh, something different. Seen them before, but not for a while. Out of the forest and into a burn area. Might actually get a view. There's my view. Not much. So today's mainly so far it's just been in the forest, on the sides of the hills, climbing up, climbing down, nothing too steep, rolling along the flats. Forest has been nice. It's been good, healthy forest. This is the first burn area. There've been a few little open meadows. So yeah, just been a pleasant morning. And the trail's generally been pretty good. Just a nice change. Coming around the side of South Needle Butte, and that hill over there, that is North Needle Butte. So I continue along, drop down into the saddle, and then I'm going around the side of that one. Two advantages of the rain and colder weather over the last few days. Number one, there were no mosquitoes. And there's still no mosquitoes. I'm not sure if the cold has killed them off. Now I've got to wait for the next round to hatch out. But yeah, it's lovely. Just been able to sit here, not worry about it. And the other one is the dust on the trail is a lot less, so my legs have stayed clean during the day. A little weeny bit of dust, but nowhere near what it has been recently. So yeah, there are some good things. Alright, I've went through the saddle and around the North Needle Butte, and now I've started a 1,800 foot descent over 5 miles. So yeah, pretty steady descent, and then after that I've got a 1,000 foot climb. Woohoo! I'm assuming that is Mount Hood in front of me. That's a pretty impressive looking mountain. Look at that. Now this is exactly how I was picturing Oregon. Beautiful trail, green, pine trees, and flat. It's very slightly downhill, but it's relatively flat. This is lovely. So there's a massive difference in how easy it is to filter water. I've been using this Hydro Blue VersaFlow, and I love it. Screw it in. Take the protective cap off. Screw it in. And squeeze. And I can even do it one-handed, and it's still got a really good flow going. but my normal technique is to hold the back of it and use my knuckles to be pushing, rolling my hand, and that is a massive flow of water. That is fantastic. Kew Bridge. That's where I filled up with water. So that was Warm Springs River that I've just crossed over and filled up with water. I've now got 1,000-foot climb over 3.5 miles, or 3 miles, sorry. So it's going to be a little steeper gradient than so a lot of the other hills have been. And unfortunately, I needed to fill up with water because that's the last water for 9 miles. So I don't like filling up with water at the bottom of a big hill. Sometimes you've got no choice. Just as an observation, the southbounders tend to be solos, or at least walking by themselves during the day. Very few pairs, and haven't seen any big groups. Also, it seems to be a more even number of men and women. Nobos seems to be majority men from what I've seen around me. Sobos, southbounders, most of them are young. Get the few older ones. Even saw one lady who looked to be around my age. Nice obvious markers where the trail goes. These stumps. Still climbing the hill. Ooh, what do we got here? Wolf. Ooh. If we see wolves. Wow, contact US Fish and Wildlife. That would be cool. Oh, and it's got the difference between a wolf and a coyote. Woohoo! I have reached the top. Now I have 11 miles of downhill, dropping around 1,000 feet, so pretty gentle gradient. So this should be lovely walking if it's a good track. I've been trying to ring the Mazuma general store continuously for the last, I think, 4 days. No one ever answers the phone. I even tried the general manager, never answered the phone. But I rang the post office on Friday. Unfortunately, Lisa wasn't there, and the lady that was there didn't know what I was talking about, but she said she had talked to Lisa. Obviously, they chatted and managed to sort things out. Because when I finally got through today using a satellite phone, I talked to Lisa, and she said the other lady had got my package and had dispatched it on the Saturday and sent an email to tell me that. Obviously I've been out of internet range, so absolutely fantastic. So the Crater Lake Post Office, Lisa is the owner, manager, boss lady. She has just been so helpful. She provided I think 3 options to make the whole passport thing work for me. Then obviously followed up, and then her staff member followed up as well, and I'm guessing they actually went down to the Mazuma General Store and grabbed my package and the postage paid envelope and took it back to the post office and processed it. So wow, big shout out to the Crater Lake Post Office, and Lisa is the manager. So that means my passport should be waiting for me in Cascade Locks. Finally! I think it was I can't remember the exact day, around day 74-ish that I lost it. By the time I get there, it'll be day 150 something. It'll be a relief to get that in my hands. Power lines. Alright, entering Mount Hood National Forest. And the mosquito's welcoming me too. Hello, mosquito. Go away. Wow, these are some massive signs. Headwaters Trail. Trail courtesy. There you go. Basically everyone yields to horses. Bikes yield to hikers. Look at the size of this sign. Here's my polar's comparison. It's huge. Really thick too. Wow. A lot of work. And it's carved outwards instead of inwards. So that means all of this blank space was carved out in order to allow the words to be raised up. Sheesh. Pacific Crest Trail and Timothy Lake. Such a huge amount of work has gone into that sign. For some reason my pack straps have been creaking today. It's one will have a turn and then seem to go quiet, and then the other one will start creaking. It's the right one at the moment. Weird. This is a pretty impressive trail entrance. Let's see what it says. Woohoo! Pacific Crest National Scenic Trail. Now, heading across. What's down there? Must be a car park down there. Right. Someone loves their signs around here. US Forestry Service, that deserves another big sign. Those massive signs, we then get a teeny little weeny PCT. Going beside a little stream. That is Lake Timothy. I'm going to be going along the side of it, so you'll see it from a lot closer up. It's a lake. A little further along I'll jump down to the lakeside and do a view of the lake. So the trail is going above the lake edge, and the trees are so thick I'm barely getting any views of the lake. Oh, there's a view. There we go. Oh, it's a sandy beach over there. There's a car park over there, which is why there's all the boats and more people. Just the hikers this side. Should go down by the lake again. I've come off trail enough to do this shot. Yeah, leaving the lake. There you go. Have to get myself back on trail now. So currently the trail is going beside a, I don't know if you call it an inlet or a long wide arm of the lake. The water's beautiful blue. Couldn't see it in that video, just the light's wrong. But when I was up above the water, yeah, it's looking beautiful. There's a guy that was camped there. That's probably the best campsite I've seen so far. You get to be quite close to the water. Wow, I think this is the super trail. Look at that, flat, wide, smooth. It would be boring if it was all like this, but it's nice for a short time. Ooh, this is flash. I think this is the Timothy River leading into Lake Timothy. Not sure where the best place for water is. So it's getting right at the end of the day. I'm just going to go and have a look at this blue crater lake and then find a camp spot. Right, and here's a cute little bridge. Someone contemplating life. Wow. I filled up all my water at that spot, that river, and now it's about 0.4 miles to a turn off for a little side trip to have a look at Small Crater Lake or Little Crater Lake or something like that, which is meant to be quite pretty. Oh, this boardwalk, it's pretty flash. Right. What are we doing? The bikes must exit. All right. The lake is. Hike around the track is 13 miles. That's good. All right. Yeah, bikes, get off the PCT. All right. So Little Crater, half a mile. That's where I'm heading to start with. First camping sign and map shows that I'm now outside of the restricted area, which means I can camp wherever I want, following my normal principles of flat, dry, and no vegetation that I'm going to damage. And on a popular trail, I get quite a bit off trail, sort of 50 metres off. So that they can't see my tent or can only just make out the tent through the trees. Crater, quarter of a mile. Guessing no horses are allowed on this one. Didn't think much until I got closer, and then wow, that is super clear and deep. Not sure if you can see it with the reflection. I mean, it's just absolutely mirror. Beautiful blue colour. That's quite neat. Little thing about how it was formed. So it sits at 34 degrees Fahrenheit. It's 45 feet deep. And it is beautiful. It's just such a gorgeous blue colour. Unfortunately, the reflection of the clouds is sort of cluttering it up, but oh, what a pretty little lake. The view, now that the reflection's not on it, you can see it's got a bank and then it just drops away. And it's just this beautiful blue colour. There's a big tree way down in it. That's gorgeous. Go a day without a deer, but there's a deer in front of me, too far from the camera to see in the dark. Yep, so back on trail after a little side trip looking at the lake, and now basically start looking for a nice campsite. There's nothing listed for about 4 miles, so I'll probably have to do something off trail. So I'll just keep an eye way off to the sides and see if there's a suitable area that I can tuck my tent into without doing any damage. Not having any luck with the campsite. There's just too much vegetation. Plenty of flat spots, but yeah, all covered in these little bushes. And I don't want to damage these little bushes. So keep walking.